You know, there are so many different ways you can make wings, but what's the best way? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today. We're going head to head with two of the most popular methods out there. We're gonna use the Weber Searwood pellet grill and go 0 to 400 degrees method on it against the Weber Kettle using the Vortex for the directly indirect heat method. Now let's see which one of these methods makes the best wing. Let's go. All right, y'all, here's how things are gonna go down. Now I've already split the wings, the drummy and the flat, and got rid of the wing tip. Laid the wings out, sprayed them with some duck fat. Now that duck fat does two things. One, it works as great as a binder for your rub, and two, does a really good job crisping your wing up because you're adding more fat to it. We used a rub called Yardbird from Plowboys. It's a really good rub. It's a savory-based, salt-based rub that's fantastic. I'll leave a link for you in the description below. Now, we're gonna use pecan wood, using pecan pellets on the Weber Searwood. We're using pecan chunks on the Weber Kettle. Now, once our charcoal gets ready, I've already fired it up. We're using lump charcoal from B&B. Once it gets ready, we'll put it onto the kettle. We'll put our wings onto the Weber Searwood pellet grill, fire it to 400, and off we go. I'll bring you back as I put them onto the kettle and onto the pellet grill. All right, I'll put the wings on. Pellet grill hasn't on yet, of course. I'll put them on and we'll put them on top here. And we'll set it to 400 degrees. There it goes. I'll put this lid down. Now I'll put the wings on the kettle. Here we go, putting the wings onto the kettle here. Just use my hands with these gloves on. Now guys, I don't like to use a lot of wood because you put too much wood in here, you end up getting too much color. So that's all I'm gonna do is that right there. 2 pieces of pecan like that, put the lid on. Now I will rotate the lid here, about every 10 minutes. So I get more smoke and more heat towards that certain section like I always do with the kettle. That's the way I do my wings. We'll come back in 30 minutes, look at both the wings, see how they're temping and see how they look. See you guys in 30 minutes. All right guys, I want to show you something for those of you who aren't familiar with the kettle and the Vortex. If you notice, the thermometer here on the kettle is reading almost 600 degrees. Now that's because the heat in the Vortex is sending that heat straight up and it domes down over on top of these wings. So it's directly indirect heat. So those wings are getting hit with almost 600 degree heat right now, but they're not burning because it's indirect heat. This is a fantastic option. This is why I love Weber Kettle wings so much. The Vortex does a great job with any kind of chicken, really. All right, we've been going about 30 minutes now. These look pretty well done here on the kettle. I'm gonna take a temperature up and see what they look like. Hopefully you can see this too. Get off, I won't hit the bone necessarily. 190, 203, 209. They're done, guys. Say the least. I'm gonna pull these off. And the ones on the pellet grill, I'm just now getting ready to flip them, but I think they're pretty close to done too already. Here's the ones off the kettle. They look delicious, don't they? My goodness, they're crispy, looking really, really good. Now we'll get the ones off the pellet grill, take a look at them and see how they look. All right, folks, right at a little over 30 minutes, we'll take a look at these. I think they're pretty close to being done, actually, as far as temperature goes. Let's flip them up and see how they're temping. Pretty close. I don't think I even need to flip them. 194 on that one. 175. Those flipped, we'll leave them about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I don't think we'll take another 30, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Those guys will be done too. We'll pull them off and compare them to the ones on the kettle. All right, y'all, it's verdict time. Here are the ones that came off of the pellet grill. They look really good. I hope they taste as good as they look, and I'm sure they will. They look very, very good. Let's get a close up of those to see how they look. And here's the ones that came off the kettle. You notice the kettle ones are just a little bit darker, and that's because of the fact we used actual wood. And that wood, chicken takes on wood, smoke, and coloring very, very well. So that's one thing that's the difference in the two. But these are definitely darker than I thought they'd be. I'll give them that much. The pellet grill ones are. So let's try one and see what we think. Remember, we used Yardbird from Plowboys on the rub, and we're not gonna use any kind of sauce, any kind of ranch, nothing, just plain, flat out taste them here and see what we think. We'll try with the kettle one first. Take one of these flats and see if I can work it off this bone here. There we go. Let me just get a close up of that. Let you see that look. It's pretty good. But here we go with the one off the kettle. Cheers. Man, that smoke flavor is just so good, guys. Plowboys Rub, Yardbird. I can't even wait in these things. I know y'all could too. They are so good. Love wings. Very, very good wing right there, guys. I like to get them to 195 or 200 degrees, even a little over 200 degrees, because that fat render is much better when it gets up that high, and it makes a really good juicy wing and makes a crispier skin. Again, that duck fat helped that too. So let's take the rest of this bite here. Can't leave one down, right? While I'm chewing, I'll get one for the pellet ready. Here's one for the pellet grill. Cheers. All right, man, I'll give it some props, y'all. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty darn good. Liked it a lot. These things are not as smoky, of course, but tell you what, that's a great flavor. Now that Yardbird does a really good job helping with that, but still the crispness of that skin was much crispier than I thought it was gonna be. It took a while for the Searwood to get to 400. It's pretty cold out here, but it did a great job. It got there. The Kettle wings were done much quicker. When I say much, 5 to 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes before the pellet grill ones were done. But I had to watch the Kettle too. You have to watch those and make sure, because it does cook very quickly. The Kettle I could just let run for, or the pellet grill, I could let run for 30 minutes, and they were about done in 30 minutes, just like the ones on the Kettle were. So I'm telling you guys, these are great, both these grills did a great job. If I had to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick the Kettle just because that smoke flavor is so much better. I love the Kettle smoke flavor you get with that pecan wood. But guys, I'm telling you, the pellet grill did a great job on wings, I'll have to say. If I was in a hurry, didn't have time to watch them or something, I'd use the pellet grill hands down very easily. These are great wings. I loved them both, but I think the Kettle grill makes a better wing every time. I'll say that, I love the flavor from it. So hope you got some value out of the video. If you did like the video, please watch this one next. It does a great job showing you how to do some wings that you might not have ever thought about how to do before. Really cool video. Be sure and watch this one next. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you want to. Until next time, I'll meet you at the smoke.